My name is Socrates. I lived in the city of Athens more than 2,000 years ago. I was not rich. I held no political power. I did not write books or claim to possess great knowledge. And yet many people came to speak with me. They came because I asked questions. Simple questions. But questions that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. The illusion of knowledge. One day I was told something strange. A message from the Temple of Apollo at Delphi declared that no man was wiser than me. At first I believed this must be a mistake. I did not think of myself as wise. In fact, the more I thought about life, the more I realized how little I truly knew. So I began a journey. I spoke to politicians. I spoke to poets. I spoke to craftsmen and teachers. Many of them believed they possessed great wisdom. But when I asked simple questions, something interesting happened. Their certainty began to fall apart. They knew many things, but they did not truly understand them. That was the moment I understood something important. True wisdom begins with recognizing how little we know. The problem with modern thinking. Even today, people often believe they understand the world. They speak confidently about life, success, happiness, and truth. But rarely do they stop to examine their own beliefs. Why do you believe what you believe? Why do you want the things you want? Why do you live the way you live? Most people never ask themselves these questions. They follow habits. They follow traditions. They follow the opinions of others. And without realizing it, they spend their entire lives living someone else's idea of what life should be. The examined life. I once said something that many people still remember today. The unexamined life is not worth living. This statement was not meant to insult anyone. It was meant as a warning. A person who never questions their beliefs is like a traveler walking through life without a map. They move forward, but they do not know where they're going. And to examine life means to pause, to reflect, to question the assumptions that guide our decisions. Why do we chase wealth? Why do we seek approval? Why do we fear failure? When we examine these questions honestly, we often discover that many of our fears and desires were never truly our own. They were simply inherited from society. The courage to question. But questioning life requires courage. People do not like having their beliefs challenged. They prefer certainty. They prefer comfort. They prefer simple answers. But philosophy rarely offers simple answers. Instead, it offers something more valuable. Clarity. When we question our beliefs, we begin to see the world more clearly. We begin to understand our motivations. We begin to recognize our ignorance. And paradoxically, recognizing our ignorance makes us wiser. The final lesson. Eventually, my constant questioning made many powerful people uncomfortable. They accused me of corrupting the youth and challenging the traditions of the city. I was put on trial in Athens. During the trial, I was given a choice. Stop questioning people or face punishment. But philosophy is not something you turn off like a lamp. Questioning the world was the purpose of my life. So I refused. In the end, I was sentenced to death. But even in that moment, I believed the same thing I had always believed. A life guided by truth and reflection is more valuable than a long life lived in ignorance. Because the purpose of life is not simply to exist. The purpose of life is to understand, to question, to grow. So I leave you with a simple challenge. Do not move through life blindly. Do not accept ideas simply because they are popular. Ask questions. Examine your beliefs. Search for truth. Because a mind that questions the world is a mind that is truly alive.